Welcome to the Limelight. I am your host, Radioactive, and this is a series where I will be interviewing other YouTubers to find out what makes them tick. Today's episode will feature YouTuber/pilot PhlyDaily. PhlyDaily is a 22-year-old male that lives in North Carolina and is an avid gamer and a funny person to hang around with in general. He makes good games, he makes good gameplay, great gameplay cinematics, awesome reviews, can sing pretty well, and is the best goddamn sleep twerker I have ever seen. Now, before we get to the interview part, here's some of Fly's content for you to enjoy.
Yo, my name is Steven, but you guys might also know me by PhlyDaily, Fly Dairy, Truck Daily, Tank Daily, Mouth Daily, Ship Daily, Float Daily, and last but not least, Space Daily, and last but not least, Very Honorable Daily. Alright guys, what is going on? Fly here, and welcome to the first top 5 episode on my channel. Other arms reach out to me, other eyes smile tenderly, still in peaceful dreams I see the road leads back to you. I said Georgia, yeah, oh Georgia.
Think, Fly. Would you rather get more XP or die very honorable? Very honorable. Very honorable. Very honorable. Very honorable.
Very honorable. Very honorable.
kidding, but here's that fucking sleep twerk video I promised you guys.
The bird machine. Check.
Alright everybody, welcome back to the Limelight. So, what you just watched was a short preview of all the stuff that PhlyDaily has to offer on his YouTube channel. Fly, why don't you tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
That was like one of the best intros I've ever heard.
Thank you.
I didn't know you were starting, and all of a sudden you went from like, "Hey man, what's going on?" to like professional. But all right, I'll start off a little about myself. I'll start at the college level because that's probably where everyone cares to listen. So yeah, I'll start at the college level. So I was a college football player. I played at Western Carolina for 2 years and played at Southern Illinois University for 1 year, and I was a kicker. If you guys are from Europe or any other foreign area of the world, American football has a kicker, and they put it through the uprights. You know what? My whole goal in high school was to go pro, but then as I went through college and there were a lot better kickers than I am, I realized that I didn't have it in myself. Just, you know, I'm not one of those guys to say, oh, if I didn't bum my knee out, I would have made pro. I just wasn't that good. I mean, I could launch the ball 60 yards field goal, but it would only go in like 1 out of 3 times. But after that, I dropped football to pursue aviation. And I was actually playing football and aviation at the same time. And my flight instructor said, you know, you're slacking on your in-flight procedures. And I was like, yeah, man, I've been so busy with football. I wake up at 5 a.m. to go practice, then I get back to my room at 7, and I shower 7:30, then catch the bus to the airport, and I was just really busy, wasn't really focusing. So I dropped football because it wasn't, you know, my main love at the time. Football was great, but it didn't really offer me anything in the future. So then I tried to pursue an aviation career. And at first, man, I loved it. It was so fun just learning about the aircraft, strapping a plane to your back and just like flying something that took humans, what do we say, like 1900 years to like get up and running, and probably like 1930 years to kind of semi-perfect. It was just really cool to be that young. I think I was 19 at the time. Flying an aircraft when I just got my license to drive a car at 18, so it was really awesome. But as time went on, I every day, actually, so this is how it went down. So I hope my dad does not listen to this, but I was like, Dad, you know, we can save some money on aviation if you buy me a nice computer so I can play FSX and X-Plane on. And so he bought it, you know, but like, you know, I was really going to train on it, but then as I, you know, kind of got into the whole, like, what GPU do I need, I started looking at other new flight sims coming out, other new games coming out for my flight sim computer, aka my gaming computer. And then so we went kind of balls out. I wanted to get a custom built computer from Newegg, not Newegg, Cyber PC Power, I don't know what it was called. But so we went with Dell. We got an XPS 8500. Really good computer. I've never had a problem with it that I didn't do to it. We got 3 monitors. This is how noobish I was. I got 3 monitors, all non-HD, and I couldn't run my FSX on the 3 monitors because my GPU wouldn't handle it. But anyways, long story short is that I got the computer in hopes of, you know, starting my aviation career. But, you know, day by day it went by, and I started playing a little bit more computer. I started, playing a little more games in my flight sims. I would come home from the bus, throw my books on the bed, and not even study aviation at all. Another day goes by, weeks, months. And then as those months and weeks, I start editing. I start producing content. I start joining a TeamSpeak to talk to people. I start uploading to YouTube. And the video's not up anymore, but I used to have, I don't know, because when I remade because my original channel, PhlyDaily, was a aviation hub. So I would defensetalk.com, D-Hub, which is like a defense network website where that videos like cool new airplanes and stuff. And that was my original channel. I was just like an aviation hub. So
Microphone muted.
The X37, I would just show I would grab a video from the internet and upload it to my channel so everyone else can see it. But as I remade my channel into a gaming channel, I had to delete a lot of my previous edits before that. So that's basically how I got started. Long story short is that I started with aviation, and then I fell in love with editing and engaging in a community, which is YouTube, and I love it. The end.
Wow,
yeah,
that was quite a story.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Have you ever gotten a strange reaction from someone after you told them what your hobbies are?
It's very Is this a question or is this your question?
This is a question.
That's a very good question, man. Did you come up with this one, or did someone else come up with this one?
I came up with a big old list of them.
Okay, all right, yeah. This is a really good question because I have a very hard time explaining to people what I do as a hobby, because I work with a bunch of rednecks. A lot of when I say redneck, it's not derogatory. It's just a person who works outside.
Right.
In the South, what people might know as rednecks, we call them hicks. Like white trash, but that's not who I work with. But anyways, back to the question. It's really strange because I'm outside with them. I'm doing manly things. I'm digging, chopping down trees and stuff. And most of them go hunting. Most of them go fishing. And they're like Fly or not Fly. They're like Steve. What do you do, man? Oh, I play video games. And they're like, what? Because if you look at me and you don't know about me, you wouldn't think I play video games. Now if you talk to me for about an hour, you might be able to tell that I might be a little nerdy with computers and that kind of stuff. But just looking at me and maybe having a beer with me, you won't know that I'm a gamer at all. So it's very strange. Now how I present it to them is that I say I produce content for YouTube, and they're like, oh man, so you work for YouTube, man? That's cool. I'm like, well, no, not really, but I produce videos. Oh yeah, one of my new things I say now is that I produce videos for a gaming website, and that is War Thunder, and that sounds a lot better to old women, old like kind of like the old school grandma, oh, go to college, get a degree, right. That kind of stuff. So it sounds a lot better than, oh, I play video games and I put them up on YouTube. I can actually say now that I produce content for a international multi-million-dollar company without a college degree. That's a huge accomplishment for me. It's awkward at first, but then as they learn about me, I think everyone accepts me for who I am and what I do.
That makes quite a bit of sense. The way you introduce it and all that.
Yeah, I can't be too. I don't want to sound, because what it is, I'm just playing a video game and putting it up and having fun with it. This is a hobby, or it's almost a job now with the top 5 stuff. But it's new. It's a new source of livelihood to I think to most people. YouTube is what, 6-7 years old?
I believe so.
Yeah, and being a doctor, being a lawyer, being a police officer is thousands and hundreds of years old of that type of field. So it's kind of hard to introduce this type of work to people who don't really know what the hell's going on.
So on to the next question. Have you ever been recognized in real life by a fan?
I have not. I have
really?
not. I have not yet. Wait. One time.
What did it feel like to be recognized?
It wasn't as surreal as you think it was. It was a very mutual the person recognized me through somebody else, and then I had to remind them who I am. So the mechanic at the place, the landscape place that I work at, son plays War Thunder, and he was talking about it at lunch, and I'm like, the fuck? So I'm like, hey man, do you watch War Thunder YouTube videos? He's like, yeah, all the time. I was like, do you know who Baron is? He's like, yeah. You know who PhlyDaily is? No. I'm like, no, we're so close. We're so close to it happening. And I was like, the very honorable video, the very, very honorable, like with the ME163. He's like, yeah, I love that video. And I was like, yeah, that's me. I made that video. But, it wasn't as surreal as I planned it to be, walking on the street and be like, hey, I know you. I know your voice. But yeah, I guess you can call that my first fan encounter ever.
Are you happy with the way YouTube has turned out for you?
Now the thing is that War Thunder is a very small community in regard to Minecraft, Happy Wheels, Gary's Mod, Call of Duty, Battlefield 4. Did I say DayZ? I don't think so. Yeah, DayZ. So what I could do is that I can't play Minecraft. It puts me to fucking sleep.
Yeah, Minecraft is boring to me. I'm probably going to get crucified in the comment section for this, but I believe Minecraft is boring.
Well, I think it's amazing what people can do in it, but I don't have that creativity. I have no artistic ability. My whole family are artists. My mom was an artist. My grandpa was an artist. My grandpa worked with Joe DiMaggio. My grandmother was an artist. My dad's an architect for Northwestern University, and I have none of those genes at all. What was the question again?
Are you happy with how YouTube has turned out?
Oh yeah.
For you?
Anyways, so I could be playing Minecraft and all those big games to get more subscribers. Now I'm not hating on anyone who does, because they probably actually enjoy producing that content and engaging in that audience. I just love War Thunder. I love these type of genres of video games because I can relate very well. It's attractive to me, and when I play it, I'm like genuinely excited to produce this kind of content. And there's so many people doing other, Minecraft and all that stuff that I would just feel like I'm just going on the bandwagon, instead of just doing. I mean, even though that I won't grow to 5-6 million subscribers in 3 years, I might grow to 200,000 or 600,000 in 2 to 3 years, you just never know. And I'd rather take the route that allows me to sleep at night than a route that makes me cringe producing content, like having a fake emotion, fake wanting to play something is like the worst feeling in the world. And I've done it 1 or 2 times and I'm never doing it again. But to answer the question, YouTube is going really good. Very enjoyable. Helps me out too.
What do you think your favorite part of doing all of YouTube is?
Making the epic moments. Now, when I first started YouTube, or when I first started my War Thunder career on YouTube, I was a huge montager. I don't think many people know me for my montages I used to make. Like they were like. Now, a lot of them are deleted now for copyright issues. I got really paranoid when I was a younger channel. So
those copyright strikes are a pain in the butt.
Yeah. So a lot of them were deleted, but my whole creed to make YouTube videos is to impress people, make their hair stand up on the back of their necks, and all that stuff, just for epic moments. In my Battle of Britain montage, you guys should probably search that, type PhlyDaily Battle of Britain, and you'll see some really good scenes in that, and that's what I love doing. I love making people's mouth drop when they watch some of my content. Now, most of my content has been funny. The last year, the last half a year has been mainly funny stuff, but I kind of want to get back to some edits, some montaging edits to make people feel like, holy shit, that was awesome, instead of just gameplays and stuff. But montages are very hard to make with my schedule.
How long do montages normally take to make?
Now, I can make a shitty montage people would like in a day, but I'm so OCD with how the camera works, how the lighting in the scene is, how the music pairs up with the scene I want. I can recall that this one scene in my Battle of Britain video, it was a 2-second scene. It took me 40 minutes to get it right.
Wow.
So in total, a montage. Some days you just feel the montage perfectly. You have it all in your head, and that's how I build my montages. Is that I don't write my montages down like scene 1, plane comes in. I let the music do the talking to me. So I just close my eyes. I listen to songs, and I just imagine how what's happening in this music. Like if is the music pumping you up and stuff. How should a plane come in? Should we tell a story with this plane? Should we? Because I had a one montage with FW-190 losing his wingman, and that was all in my head. Like listening to music helps you with video creation, in my opinion, so much more than just kind of telling yourself what to do instead of letting yourself build it for you.
That's really cool.
Oh yeah, I think that's where my artistic ability comes in to play. The very limited amount that I have is with video or producing.
All right. So I have a few questions from fans that
All right.
have the War Thunder chat and the and Reddit. Would it be all right if I ask them?
Oh yeah, go ahead. Woo, 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 woo.
All right. So War Thunder user Sleep Porpoise wants to know what's your favorite faction and why.
Faction in War Thunder. Man. All right. What do I use the most? I would say my favorite overall nation or faction are the Brits, and the reason why is because the British have my favorite plane in the game, the Mustang Mark 1A. It's the best feeling because you go up against P-63s and FWs who make you the underdog. Like they don't think you can do much with that Mustang Mark 1A, so they get confident. And they dive on you with like so much speed, and then they compress, and you're slow. You can turn on them, and you can snipe them from like 0.8 kilometers away with your Hispanos. Also, the new Spitfires for the British. In all, I have never used a British Meteor before, but the British props are to die for. And then, so that's my overall favorite nation to use. I say my favorite nation to use is a Japanese. Now, overall, my favorite nation to use is it's kind of like it's kind of hard to understand, but when I do use a Japanese, I have so much fun with those planes just because they're nimble, they're light, they pack a punch with those Type 99 20 mils. The new additions, do I say Kai, Ki, or Ki?
For which plane?
Just anything like the Kai 64. Is it Ki 64? K.
Well, I think it's Ki because there's
That's what all my subscribers tell me, and I keep getting it wrong every time. The new edition of the Kai, right?
I don't know. I don't play the Japanese personally. I play the Germans.
Anyways, the Kai 84s, those are really awesome planes as well, especially with the N1Ks, but those are kind of broken.
On to our next user submitted question. Baldur1971 wants to know, boxers or briefs, and what color?
Oh, all right. When I am wearing pants, briefs. Now these are boxer briefs. These aren't whitey tighties. But if I had to pick, if I were to wear briefs, they would be American flag style. But mainly, yeah, I'm about to say I usually wear boxers, and they're striped.
All
they're
hail America.
America.
War Thunder user Yobituary would like to know whether you prefer Megadeth or Metallica.
Metallica. What better music to fly into combat than Metallica? Like, I'll put that on my Pandora while I'm streaming. It pumps me up, man. Pumps me up. It doesn't matter how I do in the game. It just pumps me up before the combat.
And now, for our final user question, it's actually two questions. And it's Reddit user Ahammer. And he'd like to know, do you drink beer in all your videos? And do you prefer the B-17G or the G8N1 Death Star as an anti-aircraft platform?
Alright, I'll answer the second question first. G8N1, the Death Star, is so awesome, so OP. It's not OP if you know how to deal with it. If you come from directly above it, shoot it, you'll get tons of great shots before it gets anything into you. But for like the average player, the G8N1 is a Death Star. Because they come from behind or to the side, and they don't understand that it has 20 mils, and you're like a measly Yak 9P, and you come in, they shoot you, boom, 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 you're dead. But anyways, to answer the first question, I drink beer in every video?
Yes, he would like to know if you do.
I do not. I actually about 6 weeks ago, I was drinking a lot. I was, let's say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I would buy a 12-pack, drink till Friday. Then Friday, I would have 4 beers here, then maybe, another 8, whatever. And Friday I would buy a 12-pack for the weekend. But recently I've been really toning down the beer. It's just very expensive, honestly. Even though I buy the cheapest beer possible, it adds up. Let's say I spend $12 a week times 4. That adds up.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have a girlfriend, correct?
Uh huh.
What did she first think when you told her about what you did?
Now she might be here right now, so should she answer this?
She can if she wants to.
All right, hang on. Dang it, never mind. It was my roommate. So the question is, how did Laura react to finding out about YouTube?
Right.
Laura was there from the start, very beginning. It's actually quite funny because, as I said, she was there from the start. So she kind of saw me playing video games, and Laura, look what I put up to YouTube. She said, "Wow, that's cool. What do those planes do?" Like that's not how she sounds, but that's like my girl impersonation. And then I didn't really take YouTube that seriously. It was a little bit of a hobby, and then I started getting serious with it. I started, spending 3 hours, 4 hours a day on it. Editing, uploading, rendering, thumbnail, tags, just description, title, annotations, all that stuff. And she was very, very supportive. And I think she was because she cares about what I like. She likes to see me happy and all that stuff. But I always say this joke to her because one time she was joking with me as well. When my 6th month into YouTube, I made like $40 in a month, which is horrible, for all the hours I put in there. And so she was joking. She was like, "I make more money than you in a day than you do in a month." And I'm like, "Haha, very funny." I was kind of actually mad at it, but it's true. And then I said, "Just you wait, Laura May, just you wait." And that just you wait has come true today. Hard work, dedication, a great fan base, and good people to work around with definitely gets you places. But to re-answer your question, definitely supportive, and has done some videos with me in the past. And she loves streaming, but she doesn't have enough time to do it. Maybe we'll get her out here on a stream here soon, but
You should.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure the fans would love to meet her.
Yeah, she's a really good girl.
What do you think you would be doing for work if YouTube didn't exist?
Oh,
you never
man.
had a chance to do YouTube.
I would be back in college right now. I would be going back to college for a video design degree, a turf management degree. If I never found YouTube, I might be a commercial pilot right now, but I would hate it. I didn't really tell you guys about my story about why I didn't like aviation anymore. It was just too redundant, too cowboy-y. That means that you fly, you're gone, you stay there for a couple of days, you fly back. It's definitely a great career. Just as my opinion, guys. You travel a lot. You're not really home. I'm kind of homebound sometimes. I like to set my roots.
Microphone
but
muted.
Basically, being a
Microphone activated.
airplane pilot, not a fighter pilot, and like a commercial ATP guy, is just like a glorified truck driver. You load the people up, you load the cargo, you fly, you take off, it's fucking cool. You climb, awesome. You cruise, great views. You land, oh, sweet landing, man. Then you park it, and you repeat, and you repeat, and you repeat, and you repeat, and you repeat. Now, I make it sound a lot worse than it is because I don't enjoy it. But maybe that schedule of that is a wonderful dream job for someone. But for me, it just wasn't my forte. What I like to say too is that I loved flying, but I never had a passion for it. Passion and love are two different things. Love is something that is not. I really can't describe love, but I can describe passion. And passion's when you wake up, and the first thought through your brain when you wake up is your passion and how it gets you pumped in the morning. Because when I'm kind of dwelling on this question. But
That's quite all right.
yeah, but when I was in college, I would come home, throw my books on the bed, and I would edit while my roommates were studying their aviation books. Like that was their passion. They loved to learn about airplanes, and they loved to learn more about about their passion. And I wanted to learn more about my passion, which is editing in YouTube. So that's what I was doing, and that's how I found out about my love with aviation and not a passion with aviation. There you go.
What would you say is the craziest moment or maybe event you've ever had happen to you on YouTube?
My most enjoyable event that's ever happened is that when I was a small YouTuber at like 2,500 subscribers, War Thunder featured my Battle of Britain montage, and that was I was so small. It's probably one of my best edits ever done. And I wrote Boris. I don't know if he even works at War Thunder anymore. It's like, hey Boris, what's up, man? I want you to take a look at this video. I know I'm small and stuff. You don't even have to feature my name in it. I can give it to you on the War Thunder YouTube. I just wanted to see my work up there for other people to see. I didn't need any credit. I just wanted to see how my editing skills have developed with them featuring it. And when they featured it, oh man, it was so crazy, because I've played War Thunder for like 4 months before that happened, and just to be up there and for everyone to see, hey, this guy made this awesome video, check it out. It made my day. It probably made my YouTube year too.
I can imagine that a lot of your fans that saw that and came to you from there, they'd be thankful that you did that.
Oh yeah.
Then maybe you might not have been featured.
Yeah, true. Definitely.
Do you have a favorite video?
On YouTube?
Like one you've made.
Torpedo Tears? Is that what it's called? Yep, there it is. So this one montage I made, April 2nd of 2013. A year old. Man, it's just so cool how YouTube works like that. How like you'll make something and you'll forget about it, but it's still there. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and then sometimes, like, when I upload a video, I'll forget that I've uploaded it, and I'll look back at it, and I'm like, wow, that was a year ago?
Yeah, right? It's so cool, just the nostalgia and looking behind it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I was actually really looking forward to making a year anniversary video, just like highlighting some of the best moments, but never got around to it. But anyways, the question was, what's my favorite video that I've produced?
Yes.
War Thunder Torpedo Tears. This is my favorite montage or cinematic I've ever made. I can literally just watch it over and over again. Basically what Torpedo Tears is that I feature planes that have torpedoes killing ships in slow motion, and the music and the slow motion of the water exploding and the ships blowing up just memorizes hopefully, or me, and hopefully a lot of the people who watch it.
I will certainly link that in the video description.
You bet.
If you could play one game with another famous gamer, or just a YouTuber, who would it be, and what game would you play with them?
Alright, I got it. If I had to pick one game to play with one famous YouTuber, you don't want to sound cliche, but I would pick War Thunder and play it with Frankie on the PC in 1080p, without a doubt. I think we would have so much fun, especially with his humor, or his British humor, and my American stuff. It would just be too funny not to watch.
Frankie does seem like a very nice guy.
Yeah, he does. I bet he has his flaws just like everybody, but it would be a lot of fun.
Yes. Do you have any other YouTubers that you look up to?
Now, with my genre, there's really no other YouTuber that's old. Like 4 or 5 years old. Maybe the one YouTuber who I really enjoy watching, and I wish I could be in his situation, be as funny as him, is Robaz. If you haven't heard of Robaz, he's a Swedish gamer who talks the most the glorious accent that you've ever heard. It doesn't even have to be a funny moment, and he'll just pronounce a word in his accent, and it's just the best thing ever. But yeah, the way Robaz does stuff, he's a really relaxed gamer. He's genuine, and he produces really good content. So if I had anyone to look up to, I think it'd be Robaz.
Well, hopefully Robaz watches the video.
Oh yeah.
So to get an idea of how long it takes you to do playing and then edit a video, take us through, say, a normal week in your shoes.
Okay. And this will probably include the top 5. Let's talk about the top 5 guys. War Thunder hasn't featured my number 9, so I can't release my number 10. But anyways, so this is how it goes down. My week actually begins on Sunday. Me and Jack Scott will sit down and look through emails for about 2 or 3 hours, maybe 4 or 5 sometimes. We'll look through emails, try to find the number one play for that week, and then we can fill it in with other stuff that we found from past weeks to make the top 5. And so, it'd be awesome if we can get all the plays done on Sunday, but then it might go into Monday. So Monday's basically the deadline to have our plays. So Monday's done. Monday's kind of like my relaxed day. I come home, I look at some of the videos, I favorite them to my YouTube channel so I can download them later, and then I kind of take the day off. I might stream that day. I might record just some gameplay on War Thunder. Tuesday comes around and I start editing. I get all my special effects in. I go into After Effects. I get the music ready. I get the text ready. I start with the intro, 1, 2, and then I take a break because when I do more than 3 plays in a day, I get very whiny in my commentary. I start to because recording, making the top 5 is frustrating sometimes because it's very hard to commentate an airplane.
Right, you have to make sure it sounds correct and right.
Yeah, you do.
Enticing for the
but
audience.
An airplane's not a character.
Right.
So if I was to commentate a sports game, oh, LeBron James put up the dunk, slam, that. But in aviation combat or in tank combat, stuff happens much quicker, slower, and different. So I have to write out stuff. I have to make it, not too serious, not too lack of seriousness. Got to make it a little funny, So I have this bin next to me, a trash can, that I'll throw all my stuff in there, all my paper from scripts that I've wrote. So on Tuesday I'll get maybe if I'm really feeling it, I'll get 3 done. Usually I get 2 done. Wednesday comes, I finish up 3, 4, and 5. Then Thursday comes, and this is while I'm still uploading gameplay content. So I'll spend 2 hours editing those 3 plays, and I'll get off, I'll get a drink, and I'll come play, maybe some ground forces, or I might stream after that, or I might go on the dev server, which I was doing this last month after I was editing. And then so Thursday comes, and that's my tidy up day. That's when I take all the because I edit very rawly. That means it's very rough draft edit on Thursday. It's very hard to see the video, and then so on Thursday I start piecing the video together. I take all the effects I've made, put them in the right slots, take the music, the outro, make everything flow nicely. The results in, get the names of people, render it Thursday, upload it Thursday, show everyone who was on TeamSpeak or on my Facebook. New top 5's done, and then on Friday I come home from work, do the big description and put the tags in, and then it's released. And on Saturday it's a free day, and then Sunday rinse and repeat.
That's quite a very busy week.
Oh yeah, it's fun though. That's fun. Trust me, it's fun.
If you could give one tip to others trying to break into commentary, gameplay montages, things like that on YouTube, what would it be?
Don't try to be like anybody else. Don't do anything that someone else has done. Now, I know everyone does gameplays, but that's very broad. You can't really change that. Just be it's very cliche. I'm not really that good of a commentator. I just let if I were to commentate a game, I don't think I could really be that professional. I would be dropping penis and holy shit, cussing the whole time, and that's how I am. If you guys hear my videos, I have a stutter. When I get really excited, I start stammering, and that's just out of pure enjoyment for what I'm doing, interacting with you guys. I'll get really, 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 really excited, and I know there's many of you guys who watch my videos who do have a speech impediment that are too scared to show your voice to others just because you might get made fun of. But all my school career, or any kind of middle school, high school, if you make a joke out of your issues, it becomes funny and people start respecting you. Now if you make too many jokes out of your issues, you become a little bit of a laughing stock. But anyways, be yourself. Try. If you just keep pushing. That's all I have to say. It took me about half a year to get to 3,000 subscribers, and then as that took off, then started building, a little snowballing, and just working. It's not play, upload, have fun. It's almost like a job, because you want gameplay that's good gameplay, and you want good commentary on it, or at least decent commentary. So it's not just, they upload videos and stuff. Granted, YouTube is a very enjoyable job or hobby, but still, you gotta take it seriously. I've seen many. Also, okay. I've seen a lot of channels do this. They started out way too big. They had, guys, don't do this. Don't do this, because it looks very silly after the fact. Don't start out with an intro. Don't have your channel set up. Just try to see what you can do without all those fancy items. Because I've seen so many channels fail
User entered
in
your
the first month because they got so pumped up from all the stuff that they bought or had a friend made that they found out that it's not that easy.
That is great advice. All right, Fly, before we go, do you have any final words you would like to say to your fans?
I love you guys. I love you. I love you. I love you. Those are my final words.
So, Fly, thank you for coming in today and speaking to me.
Hey, man, no problem. I want to apologize for taking so long to get back to you. I think you asked me a month ago to do this, honestly.
It's quite all right. I'm a very patient person, and and after hearing what you said about what you do in a week, I realize you are very busy.
Oh yeah, I am stacked full. The reason why we're having this conversation right now is because War Thunder's giving me a week off from the top 5. So, man, I have so much free time right now. It's ridiculous.
Well, thank you, War Thunder. Crap. Sorry, I need to come up with a way to.
All right, yeah, no worries. Take your time. Hey. I mess up all the time in my recordings, alright? Don't worry. You can write it down. I always write shit down, dude.
I come up better doing stuff on the fly.
Really? Oh, I get it. Lol.
I didn't mean to be punny there, but
that was very punny. That was very punny.
I may just leave this in because it's pretty interesting.
Oh, is it? Yeah. Nice.
But yeah, Fly, thank you for coming and talking to me today. It was honestly, I had a great time interviewing you, and I'd really like to talk to you again on maybe one of your live streams and stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. We'll probably have you in as a guest. I can't wait to see the video. I want to see how silly and educationally I sound.
the video will probably be up later today.
Okay, wow. Attaboy. Get to it, man.
So I do appreciate you coming and talk to me because I am a small YouTuber, and it means quite a lot.
Hey, man, no worries. It's been fun. This has been like therapy for me. I've been telling you all my life problems.
All right. Well, thank you for coming. Let me reiterate that for the 15th time. Thank you for coming out and speaking to me. I had a great time talking to you. You are a very interesting person to interview.
Mwah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this PhlyDaily's channel will be featured in the description below, as will the video he linked to me that he says is his favorite video to watch
all time.
And yeah, I will be linking his channel, the video, and thank you for watching. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. This is the Limelight. I am your host, Radioactive, and this is your special guest, PhlyDaily.
Peace out, bitches.
Have a nice day. We'll see you again for episode 2.
I'm just kidding, guys. You guys aren't bitches. You're my bros.